What's the word, world? It's your man Dawgface Calderon, aka the most dangerous voice everywhere. And I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Pow!
You also appeared on No Jumper, but now recently you and Adam22 had a big back and forth online. What happened there?
The back and forth was about Nolan Wells. He took exception to my rendition or my version or my theory or my synopsis of what I think took place. And he said that I was conveying false information. Hey, listen. And my thing was, just like Benjamin Crump said, because Benjamin Crump shared the picture of the pool party, right? And Benjamin Crump said, hey, listen, I'm putting out everything. Because right now, we're in the state of Mississippi, and so I'm trying to find answers for everything. So if something comes across my desk, I'm putting it out there, and I'm going to throw it out there to see what comes back. I'm going to throw everything against the wall to see what bounces back. And the one thing that we can say about the whole situation, well, the pool, that was a couple of weeks before that. Hey, listen, brother, when it comes to Mississippi and niggas, we don't have a good relationship. We don't have a good history. When black people judge, especially when we talk about law enforcement with black people, when black people judge the correctness or the appropriateness of what's going on with law enforcement as it specifically relates to investigations of black people, whether it's a perpetrator of a crime or somebody who's been victimized. When black people, when we measure that shit, we're not just measuring it according to the evidence that we see or don't see at any given point in time. When black people, when we're judging situations where there's a matter of race involved, we're judging that according to our historical experience with white people. And so, what do you mean, Dawgface? Hey, listen, when you tell me something happened in Mississippi, I don't give a fuck what it is. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh, there's some shit. It's gonna be some lynching down there. It's gonna be some lying. It's gonna be some corruption. Because Mississippi, do you remember when Kanye West said, George Bush don't care about black people?
Of course, yes.
Bro, Mississippi don't care about black people. And even white people know that. Even white people know Mississippi and a nigga. If you committed a crime, your ass going to the chain gang. If you were a victim of a crime at the hands of somebody white, that's another unsolved mystery. That's Emmett Till all over it again. So when it comes to Adam22 having a problem of expressing his displeasure, first of all, motherfucker, fuck are you? You're not even known for even tackling social issues. When's the last time you see Adam22 tackle anything that even looks like a social issue? When's the last time you talked about Nolan Wells? Hey, Adam, what's your take on what happened to Carmelo Anthony? What's your take on what happened with George Floyd? What's your take on what happened between George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin? Since now we know that you have such a strong social conscience, we know that you're using your voice to address certain issues. What about all the issues that affect the majority of the population that you have? The majority of Adam's consumer base, his consumer base is 99% black. So since you feel so strongly about matters and subjects that affect black people, now I'm going to hold you accountable. And I was just at iHeartRadio. Shout out to Brianna. Shout out to my man A, who interviewed me yesterday at 96.1 iHeartRadio, Atlanta. I'm putting it out there. He already said that he already agreed that he would debate me about the matter specifically of Nolan Wells. I was at iHeartRadio yesterday, Atlanta, and they said they would host the conversation and or debate between me and Adam. You know what I'm saying? So I got interviewed by them yesterday, and I'm going to talk to him, right? I think that he underestimated my ability to be, I think that he underestimated who I am as a person. I think that all he saw was the rah-rah and the crazy shit from Dawgface. I don't think that he really understood who I am, my experience, my level of genuine education. I think he used to dealing with gangbang motherfuckers, and the subject is nothing about any matters of social consciousness whatsoever or any matters about race in America and none of that kind of shit. So the whole thing is, I think he's amazed that people are saying that there's a racial tinge to what's going on down there, right? He's amazed because he doesn't really understand what it means to be black. And the so-called black friends that he does have, they should feel more offended than anybody, right? Because since when do you give a fuck about issues like this? When have you ever used your platform to bring awareness to anything? And then the majority of your consumer base, the majority of people who digest that Jerry Springer ass shit, like I always said he was Jerry Springer. I said it on this show before. That's some Jerry Springer shit. When I went up there for an interview with him, I said, man, do you run some Jerry Springer shit up here? So it just is what it is, but I challenged him. I was at iHeartRadio Atlanta. Which camera is mine? This one?
This one right there.
iHeartRadio Atlanta, shout out to Brianna. They've agreed to host a debate between myself and Adam22. Any social issues you want to tackle, right? They agreed to do it. We come in iHeartRadio Atlanta. It don't get no, Atlanta is still the cradle of black entertainment, urban entertainment. So we can do it on the grandest stage in the country, which is iHeartRadio. When it comes to terrestrial radio and podcasting, iHeartRadio, that whole Netflix thing, they're number one when it comes to this shit. So Adam, iHeartRadio Atlanta, they already agreed to host a debate between me and you. Let's do it.
You think he'll do it? I know he said he would, but do you think
he listen, I'll pay for his flight. I'll pay for his flight. I'll pay for his flight to come to Atlanta. Right now. I'll send him a plane ticket. Adam22, listen, it's a difference between talking into a camera and talking to yourself. It's a difference between typing and having a discourse with reasonable people. It's a difference. Every time Adam has been in a situation where he's talking to somebody who has any level of intellect whatsoever, he's always been bested. He's always lost those debates. He's always lost those arguments. He's always lost it. Simple as that. There's no way Adam would take me. I will fly you to Atlanta and we can host a debate. iHeartRadio Atlanta already agreed to host a debate. I'm putting it out there. I will pay for your flight. I'll pay for your flight.